I am delighted to have this opportunity to address the 4th International Annual Conference on Ethnic and Religious Conflict Resolution and Peace Building, which by all standards is a landmark event in our various countries and the whole world at large. On this occasion, may I, as the Chief of Tetrem, under the paramountcy of Ashanti Kingdom, express my appreciation on behalf of Asante Hene, Otumfo Osei II, and the government of Ghana, under the leadership of His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, to the organizers of the program in their effort to ensure peace among ethnic and religious groups, I would like to rate the government of Ghana support for this program. Now, the chieftaincy institution, which guaranteed under Article 270 of the 1992 Constitution of the 4th Republic of Ghana, of which I am a member, support this noble project because this institution was established to ensure peace among the various chiefs in the country, which comprises of all of the ethnic groups and leaders. The institution to resolve disputes and ensure there is peace and harmony between ethnic groups in the country. Chieftaincy predates all political governance in Ghana, so I do know that Article 270 of the 1992 Constitution actually saved. Before I proceed with my speech, permit me, ladies and gentlemen, to make this statement. All things God created was and is good. We are all human beings and perfect images of God and His desire for us to freely worship Him. There are certain things that are prevalent among human beings that occur naturally, which includes the desire to be treated with respect, love, and care. So the dilemma is what prevents us from treating people the way we want them to treat us. Those include respecting basic human rights, privacy, tolerance, accepting them and their choices, loving and caring for them just the way they are. Our behaviors and actions as a result of our upbringing, socialization, and the doctrine handed down to us as we grow. First of all, why do we need to foster peace among ethnic and religious groups? Being religious is relating to a believing in a religion and or a supernatural being. Conflict is inevitable in human life. It's bound to happen in one way or the other, but how it is addressed and handled is what matters. What then is a conflict? It's a situation whereby individuals, groups, or countries are involved in disagreement over an issue A conflict as a state of disagreement that may lead to crisis or violence. The process of conflict resolution has to do with indigenous structure and system put in bringing peace at the individual and community level. We all need peace of mind as human beings to be able to live fulfilling life as a people. The post-September 11 world is filled with the dangers of religious extremism and conflict between religious communities, particularly between two or more of the Abrahamic faiths, as the Islam, Christianity, if you can mention Judaism, and so on and so forth. The threat of religion extremism is rare and well documented. The connection between religion and conflict, yet hyperbole and exaggeration are commonplace. Religion is the context of international affair automatically raises the specter of religious-based conflict. The many other dimensions and impact of religious group to eradicate poverty, death, disease, and to bring about development for the country. Peace is not the absence of conflict, but how we manage the conflict is what matters most. Peace is also the beauty of life that we all seek to achieve as a people. For example, our inability to manage conflict in one community causes us to lose thousands of lives in the community and rendering others homeless. In this case, I cite example in Ghana, the Yana case. Ladies and gentlemen, you can never believe that one black guinea fowl degenerated into a conflict that so many has lost their life and many has been homeless because of a black one guinea fowl. In the northern part of Ghana, in 1992, a war broke out between two ethnic groups, the Andani and the Ambudus. They went to the market bargaining for a black guinea fowl. And the highest bidder always win. So in this instance, one outbid the other, and the other one became aggrieved. It was heated argument between both of them because it wasn't managed well, and justice didn't prevail. Whoever mediated between them, the one got up and went and killed the other, and that has degenerated into a big conflict, and it has extended to the Yana case. The chief was murdered in his home, and so much has happened. I came on a flight on Monday, but it's because Sunday we had to sit on this Yana case at Manchia, Paris, in mediating, and we haven't even finished yet. Since 1992, 25 years down the road, this conflict has not even been able to solve. So, to me, my experience is this, like, conflict is bound to happen anyway, but it's the way to deal with it or handle it is what matters, because if in the case of mediation, justice does not prevail, the other party will never take it easy. And this might lead into a long-standing conflict that we all seek to avoid. Now, the Yana case of mediation and peacemaking by religious leaders and institutions. For example, the 1972 peace agreement in Sudan, in South Africa, various churches were all vanguard of the struggle against apartheid and the peaceful transition. The most dramatic and the most frequent cited case is the successful mediation the Rome base of St. Egidio achieved to help end the civil war in Mozambique in 1992 as well. Repeatedly citing the cases as the main point of reference, distort the reality of religion peacemaking. Most of the cases, religious or faith-based peacemaking, are less dramatic in their outcome also. Religious peacemaking is becoming much more common, and the numbers of cases cited is growing at an increasing pace. Furthermore, how can we ensure peace among ethnic and religious groups? They can be done through encouraging intermarriages, education by the media, and in schools, our various institutions, our traditional leaders developing and implementing policies that covers all ethnic and religious groups. The field of religious peacemaking is also maturing in the sense that though intermarriage from different backgrounds, both in terms of religion and ethnicity, are able to live together. Based on love and understanding, people are able to raise families with the understanding that we are all humans with blood flowing through our veins, and therefore, if your wife is from another tribe, you do not see her and her tribe as evil or enemies. With more sophisticated reflection of his growing experience, a body of knowledge is developing around the spectre. One, the unique element of religion peace building with particular focus on marriage and love is spouting. Two, further, the government is one body that can facilitate this kind of peace building in ethnic and religious groups through parliament by ensuring respect for and peaceful coexistence among all religion communities and beliefs on national and global level by calling on parliament, their members, to use all means available to them to promote peaceful coexistence and prevent discrimination. To use all means, prevent discrimination and also respect the set of values. Three, moral warrants for opposing injustice on the part of government and unique leverage for situations that have become dehumanized over the course of protracted conflicts. Four, the capability to mobilize a community, nation, and international support for peace purposes and unity among all people, and a sense of calling that often inspires perseverance in the face of major, otherwise deliberate obstacles. Five, religion is also a significant factor, is the identity of one or both parts to the conflict that makes it easy for issues to be solved. The significance of ensuring conflict resolution and peace building among ethnic religious groups. What are the significance of ensuring conflict resolution and peace building among ethnic religious groups? We all belong to different ethnic and religious groups. This makes us human. We all cannot belong to the same party, but the fact that we do not belong to the same group does not make us enemies or one group better than the other. This makes the whole world a beautiful place to stay. God himself loves diversity and variety. This is why he has created us with different shapes, colors, and a host of others. Among others, the significance of ensuring conflict resolution will help us appreciate and love who we truly are, will assist us to have tolerance and respect for each other, fundamental human rights for others, will help us to establish real freedom of worship and religion, will enable us to respect for our rules and laws, which includes our constitutions, will help us to ensure development which will bring about progress in the lives of people and the country as a whole, so that religious leaders on both sides of the dispute can be mobilized to facilitate peace, since conflict itself is not the problem, but how to handle it is the issue. This will serve as a unique leverage for promoting reconciliation among conflicting parties, including an ability to humanize situations that have become dehumanized over the course of a protracted conflict. A capability to mobilize community, nation, and international support for peace process, and finally, an ability to follow through locally in the wake of a political settlement, and a sense of calling that often inspires perseverance in the face of major, otherwise deliberating obstacles. Traditional and royal rulers' role in a conflict resolution. Some religious and ethnic leaders are particularly effective in working together for peace building from different faith communities, when the faith explore and practice common values such as justice and compassion. In public life, religious leaders can be an inspiration to others, bringing the spiritual dimension into the peacemaking process, can create access to the more deep-seated, effective base of the party's behavior, enabling them to examine critically their own attitudes and actions. Broadly, conflict resolution has been undertaken from former tangent, the arbeit from dimension of the court, state institutions such as Labor Commission, Fair Wages and Salaries Commission, and the National Labor Commission. In the same vein, there is an informal tangent also to it from the traditional and royal leaders' point of view. However, I would love to share the significant role the traditional and royal leaders play in ensuring and promoting peaceful coexistence and harmony among ethnic and religious groups. Collectively, this mechanism culminates in the essence and utilization of the process that underpin the fact that endeavor to restore a balance to settle conflict and eliminate disputes. More so, these mechanisms are informal and therefore less intimidating. The work of the traditional and royal leaders in this context undertaken from the local and the grassroots level. This includes a proactive role to promote social cohesion, peace, harmony, coexistence, and reactive role in resolving disputes which have already occurred. At the state level, religious town, the chieftaincy, is the key institution for conflict resolution. Among we, the Akans, the leader of a traditional seat is the paramount chief, that is Omanhene in our dialect, followed by the divisional chief, who is also Ohene, and the head of the village, who is Odikro, literally meaning the head of the village. Consists of this, the members of family groups or clan, lineages. Each family group or clan is headed by an elder of the family, that is the Busuapanyini. This is distinct from the head of a household, the Fie Panyini. So you have to assist or get all these individuals to sit on the cases like marital cases, petty theft cases, and so on and so on. So we sit on it and make sure cases that are ordinarily can stay in a court of law for maybe 4 or 5 years will take about 2 weeks to dispose of, because we want to make sure justice is prevailed so that people cannot take the laws into their own hands and do whatever they had to do. The traditional spirits, priests, spirit medicines, the herbalists, and the soothsayers are equally significant. In conclusion, inasmuch as conflict is inevitable in any given society, its resolution is worth its salt. Since peaceful coexistence among societal members is key to their quality of life as well as development at large. Thank you for giving me your ear. Most grateful.
Your Highness, Nana, we really want to appreciate the fact that you made up time to join us here in New York, all the way from Ghana, from Kumasi. Yeah. And on behalf of the International Center for Ethno-Religious Mediation, New York, we pray that the God that brought you here to the U.S., to New York, for our 4th annual international conference, will take you back safely and send our message of peace and love to all the people of Kumasi under your royal rulership or leadership. And we look forward to meeting you again here in New York next year, when we will have hundreds of traditional indigenous leaders from many countries around the world. Okay. Thank you, Nana.
Thank you. Thank you.